and welcome. When the Supreme Court ruled in favor of PDP in Bayelsa State, I knew that the verdict of the Bayelsa governorship election was an exchange to a higher objective. And the actual objective was the Imo State governorship election. I, for one, will not want APC in whatever guise to be in any region whatsoever in the entire Southeast region. Once again, as usual, I would like to reiterate that Southeast is the entire 11 South and Southeast states as described by the Caliphate. Now, what is even more painful about the events that are unfolding is the fact that the Caliphate can even sit somewhere and manipulate us like pawns in a chess game. To the psyche of an average Southerner, you can be whatever you want to be only by the ratification of the Caliphate. Somebody like Omar Agege, the Deputy Senate President, showed by his body language to be thankful that he is what he is only because the Caliphate said so. Omar Agege is my brother. I'm happy he's my brother. But the mentality that a brother of mine could only be happy because he feels he can only be what he is because the Caliphate made it possible to be what he is what is annoying me. That is a very stupid and mind-boggling retrogressive mentality that is so annoying that most Southerners carry. It's a very dangerous time that we are now. And I seem to see that every single game plan of the Caliphate is gaining ground and is succeeding by the number. The only people that are making it possible for the Caliphate to succeed by the steps of evil machination that they are carrying out, it's we ourselves, the Southerners. We have now developed the strength to find the opportunity to fight ourselves. I was watching the Supreme Court proceedings. What really pained me, of course, I knew it was going to end like this. There is no way that PDP will win Bayelsa and PDP will win Imo State. I was watching the proceedings. But what really pained me is not the fact that I knew what the whole game plan was about. What really pained me was that you could actually see Igbos, who are the primary target of the Caliphate to subdue, sharing themselves into two groups. Those who are waiting that the Supreme Court rules in favor of APC, and those who are waiting that the Supreme Court rules in favor of PDP. Can you see how dumb and stupid we are? Because take it or leave it. Like I said, and I will always say, APC is a vehicle for the Islamization agenda of the Caliphate over Nigeria, over the domination of Nigeria. It's a pity that most of us Southerners still see APC as a place that you should belong. Like I said in another video, like Arsenal or Manchester United. I'm a Manchester fan. I'm a Manchester United fan, or I'm an Arsenal fan. It's a little bit. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Now that APC has been reaffirmed to be in Imo State, let me tell you what the stakes are. I want you to see APC in Imo State as a strong arm of the Islamization agenda, clawed, when I mean claw, okay, taloned or clawed, firmly gripped in the very essence of the Southeast. Now, even before the Supreme Court ruling, the stooge you have there as the governor is already declaring an emir in Imo State. Because I am not an Igbo man, but Igbos are my brother. Because I know very well that Islam and Igbo has no correlation. Emir or emirate and the Igbo culture has no correlation. So where and why are we hearing the word emir in Imo State? It's simple. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you what this is all about, or you don't need to go into a course to study what this is all about. It's simple. It is a step into subduing the culture and the people of the Igbo race to bow down to the supremacy of Islam and the Fulani Caliphate. Period. Now I'm going to make another video, and that video is going to tell us steps on how to free ourselves from this hydra-headed, spider-like web that has enclaved us into this rather intriguing complicacy of the Islamic agenda on us. It's a pity. Sometimes I have my head clouded with so many things to talk about the web of this conspiracy on us. But like I said, and I will say again, the only people that is elongating this mischief on us are we ourselves. Because rather than take our mind off the pettiness of quarreling amongst ourselves, like saying who is senior, who is younger, who is to blame or who is not to blame, we take our eyes off the danger that is among us. Who will in his right mind believe that a Fulani man can come into the south, walk into your farm, and even threaten the owner of the farm and say he wants to do what he wants to do? But it is right here with us. So, in conclusion to this video, I would rather beg us that we take our mind off this pettiness that we seem to enjoy in fighting ourselves and concentrate on the bigger picture of the danger that is befalling all of us. So if today you are an Igbo man, or you are an Orobo man, a Shekri man, a Ijaw man, this is not the time to be peddling ethnic agenda. This is a time to find a way to harness every single ethnic nation in that region to come together and fight this common enemy. I said it before, and I'm saying it again. The day the caliphate wakes up and he begins to see something very remote to an idea that the obnoxious description of South, South, and Southeast has been jettisoned by these people, and they are embracing a real description. Now, this is something that I want to bring in the other video, but let me quickly bring an intro here. The mere word Southeast and South-South is the very bane of our problem there. The Igbo man believes Southeast is Igbo. The South-South believes Southeast is Igbo. So he asks the man from the South-South to say, no, you are Southeast. It's like in his mind, it's like you are telling him that no, he should jettison his identity and accept Igbo identity. To my South-South brothers, to my Urobo brothers, Ishekiri, Isoko, Edo, this is a very wrong notion. And it is the ingenious strategy that the caliphate has used to split us apart. You are not South-South. It took me the grace to realize this. You are not South-South. We are Southeast. I made a video concerning this compass identity. There's no such thing as South-South or Middle Belt. We have Northeast, Northwest, Southwest, Southeast. We are Southeasterners. The day we all begin to realize, the day the Igbo man begins to realize that Southeast is bigger than the Igbo race. Southeast is an enclave that contains multiplicity of tribes. The day the other riverine area begin to realize that South-South description is an ingenious plan by the caliphate to make themselves see themselves different. Or sorry, what was I saying? The day the riverine people begin to see that the South-South description is an ingenious plan of the caliphate to make themselves see themselves different from the Igbos, and thereby imputing or planting that divisive psychology amongst these different tribes, or perhaps make the other tribes see Igbos as their enemies, where indeed accepting them as our own only confirms our strength. Because one of the strategies that these people use is that they go to a place and find the tribe that is more populous and make the other tribes see them as enemies. Go to Adamawa, the Bachama people are the most populous tribe there. But I can tell you in Adamawa State, they have made it in such a way that every other single minority tribe see the Bachama as their enemy rather than a bigger enemy of the caliphate. Go to Plateau State. They've made the other tribes see Birom as the Birom is the major tribe here in Plateau State. But they made the other tribe seem to concentrate more on fighting the Birom as their enemy rather than the bigger enemy of the caliphate. It's the same thing that is happening in the Southeast. They've made the other tribe see Igbos as their enemy, as against the real threat of the caliphate that is hell-bent on collecting your wealth and your lands. So I'm not going to say much because I hate making very long videos. So I just want to say what I've said. I hope it gets into our mind. And the purpose of this video is to shape our mind so that we can be able to look beyond these tribal sentiments or ethnic sentiments, so that we can be able to look beyond who is Urobo, beyond who is Igbo, beyond who is Calabar, and begin to see ourselves as one. And if you're an Igbo man, because somebody called me today and said that if you are talking to people and they refuse to answer, or they refuse to accept you, what do you do? What you should do is keep talking to them. Over the years, you now have somebody like me I'm an Robo man, full-fledged Robo man. My mother is Robo, my father is Robo. Full-fledged. But here am I talking about people embracing Igbos. So if you keep holding on to the dream, you will get people like me who will spring up, and before you know it, we come together as one. What is encouraging these people to the point that they are now in our land killing us is simply because we see ourselves differently. And they said a divided house cannot grow, but a house in unity builds a fortified barricade from every negative force that wants to come in. I'd like to say thank you for listening. We are one and we are on. In of me horrible. Because me will video na means ye we gba me wo to tako wa ne. Ekwa ko sheko aina okpota mamo. Ona dota ekenene ne me robo me naja data me sat hwebona me kese ravo vai okpoto o shewre ore aina o ovre o brakata ne hwegbo mi hwegbo mi kase na de ovre tie now because it didn't agono hora vikwe igbo ikwa usana na obawi enwe na obrai mamo mero wa biko ago Nigeria le awai vikwe igbo serukugbe awo diakugbe sene asa ne okpetu ikwe hausa mubrai ori awai na biko mero wa ago Nigeria asa diakugbe asa di ovovu ni si agware